What if you had an AI assistant that understood your business, knows your documents, and could answer questions on your behalf without writing a single line of code? Sounds pretty good to me. So that's what we're actually going to cover today. We're going to go over agents for everyday business users who have a Copilot license. And here's the really great thing. You don't have to be a developer to do this. You just need to have a framework, a visualization of what you want to do, someone to help you along the way. So what are we going to cover today? Today we're going to go over what agents actually are and why they matter, the different types of agents available to you, the difference between a pre-built, a ready-made, and a custom-made one, real examples of businesses using agents to solve their problems, and how you can build your own without knowing a single line of code. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is an agent? So an agent is an intelligence AI assistant that's built inside the Microsoft 365 environment. It's not just a chatbot. It doesn't just give you generic answers. It's a tool that helps you to understand your business, knows your documents, has access to your data, and learns what matters to you. So it works on your behalf. So here you can see a regular chatbot would have generic knowledge, no context about your company, asks for information, and it's a little slower to answer. Whereas a business agent has access to your business knowledge, has context, and generally it has a set of guardrails which it performs within. So here's what sets agents apart from regular AI. So agents can do more than just answer questions. They can automate routine tasks, they can respond on your behalf, they can complete multi-step assignments, and they can even make recommendations. So it's about time we have a look at the different types of AI agents within the Microsoft environment. So there are pre-built agents, and these agents that have been built with Microsoft partners, they are zero setup and they are ready today. There are ready-made SharePoint agents, so they are site-specific. There are everyday user agents, which you have built for your company for a specific use case. And then there are advanced agents, often built with Copilot Studio licenses. And again, those are a different tier of Microsoft product. So for pre-built agents, these are agents that Microsoft or trusted partners have built for you. Think of them as like the App Store. Someone else has built the app, tested it, verified it's safe, then you just go in and install it. So there are, for instance, the prompt coach, the writing coach, the idea coach, and there is also a visual creator. And here you can see all the different types of agents. So these are your agents, and then there are agents that have been built by Microsoft, such as the AI Learning Advisor, the SME Finder, the Plan My Day, and again, when you click on them, they are pre-built and configured and ready to go. The next type of agent is your ready-made SharePoint site agents. They are automatic, they're built in, and also they are ready to go. So every SharePoint site automatically has one, and it knows all your content, answers questions about site documents, and there is no setup needed. Here you can see me typing into the Copilot SharePoint agent. The next is agents you can create. So they are easy to build, personalized to your business, follow your security rules, and use your documents. Also, again, no code. Here is an HR assistant we created in our earlier videos, again, which we created without a single line of code. There are also advanced agents, ones which you can create within Copilot Studio. They are a slight bit more technical, however, they are not the focus for this video, so we're going to avoid going into detail. However, it's always good to know about them. So let's go through a few real-life examples of why agents are actually quite useful. So in this example, we have a brand new camera being marketed, and the sales manager needs to create a sales pitch for clients, which in fact she could do within 5 minutes because the marketing department had their files accessible, which gave all the guidelines around how to create a marketing campaign. The product team had all the product specifications documents loaded, which were also accessible by the agent. And as a result, within 5 minutes, there was a document which was a great skeleton that allowed the individual to go ahead and create the documents for the sales pitch. Now, whenever I am actually looking into creating an agent, I always like to do the maths before I actually start the build. So, before you start the build, let's ask some main questions. Why is this important? What are the KPIs of success? And does this really save people time? So first of all, often we have high volume questions such as, what is the expense policy? Or where do I find my leave calendar? So often, if you find questions which have high volume, those are a great place to start when it comes to agent. So we can figure out and do some quick math that approximately 10 people ask about 10 questions a day, which costs about 5 minutes of time. When you add all of that together, that's 500 minutes wasted time per day. And when I say wasted, it's the same question being asked over and over again. That adds up to 8 hours a day, and over the course of a year, that can add up to over 2,000 hours. That's quite a lot of time for some simple tasks. So here, we're going to actually simplify that. The way in which we simplified it is first we start by checking the agent store. Are there any pre-built solutions that solves the problems? Then identify what exactly in the problem is repetitive. The second step is to also gather the information and the knowledge sources. Next, create a simple agent. Finally, test the agent with some questions and validate that they're actually answered correctly. Share this with your team in a POC environment, and then iterate and get some feedback. So, the takeaway from this is agents solve high-volume, repetitive questions. They're available in Copilot Studio, and SharePoint, and Copilot for everyone. Often, there are some really simple solutions to some high-volume tasks, and this is what you should use agents for straight away. You don't need to know coding. Real examples which can be solved within even 15 minutes, and you can start today.